What's up, everyone? Mark Lobliner, TigerFitness.com. Trying something new here. So let me know in the comments section if the volume's great, if it sounds good. If not, then apologize. But anyway, as you know, I coach football. I coach many athletes. And, I watch football weekly. And this thing taking the country by storm is the Colorado Buffaloes. What a story. Won one game all last year, and now they're crushing it. They're 3-0, and they played in a highly contested game versus Colorado State. And I was actually watching this, and I watched the hit live. I was driving to an event at Supplement Superstores in Springfield, Missouri, and I saw this hit, and it was really small because I'm watching my phone. It's kind of in my abstract because I'm watching the road. I'm watching the phone. Jay, you hear me okay? I won't ask this any other episode. This is the first time I'm doing this. I want to talk about stuff that interests me. So anyway, I set up my studio, and here we are. So anyway, I see this hit, and it is a late hit. It is a horrible late hit. And this Henry Blackburn guy playing a great game. He got juked on the last play of the game, the tying touchdown. But nonetheless, this is a good kid. This is a kid who can ball. Everybody on that field balled. That's what was such a good game. But this hit in general, let's talk about it. And if you haven't seen the hit, let me actually pull it up right now. Bear with me for a second. So I'm going to pull this into here. But the hit was a devastating hit. It was late. It wasn't the worst hit I've ever seen, but it was a pretty damn bad hit, right? It was a pretty bad hit. And here it is. Share. Okay, so let's go to this hit. You guys ready? And poof, right there. Oh, man, makes me cringe just watching it. And it's football. Obviously, Sanders came up. And we'll talk about what precipitated this, what happened before this. Obviously, there's no room for cheating and for dirty stuff in football. But I also want to kind of get to you guys how football kind of influences things and how the heat of the moment brings out the dog in people that might not have the dog in them usually. It brings out the most violent of intentions. And, this poor Henry Blackburn kid, I'm seeing him as a victim because, look, man, at the end of the day, he's a football player. It's only part of his life. But the other part of his life when he steps off that field is he's a son, he's a student, he could be a boyfriend, he's an individual. Like, he wants to go on with his life and he wants to live his dream, live his goal. Now, the heat of the moment, this was an absolute heated game. Where at the beginning of the game, you had Shedeur Sanders actually poke a Colorado State player in the eye. There's a lot of stuff going on that wasn't the best, right? It was a very contested, very heated game. And I thought it would end up in a fight before the game. So you have the star player that you're tasked with covering, right? That you're tasked with at least helping cover throughout the game. You're a defensive back for Colorado State. You have fans screaming, unbelievable, full attendance. So this kid comes out and he sees an opportunity to take a shot at Hunter. Now, Hunter is probably the most impressive athlete I have seen in my life. This kid's playing both ways in an era where nobody plays both ways in college. He flipped the script upside down. He flipped the script. So you have this Blackburn kid, right, trying to step up, be seen, and you have an opportunity to knock the living hell out of Hunter. Now, if he was not in battle mode, if he was not in this mode of football, kill everything, kill everyone, I guarantee you he's not going to hit this kid Waterboy style in the class with Colonel Sanders as the teacher, right? He's not going to do that. This is a kid. This is a kid who's a student athlete. Yet the kid had to literally take down his Twitter account because of the threats. This kid's life, at least for the near future, till people forget about it, he's going through stuff that, man, I've literally had hazmat at my house doing an anthrax threat before just for being on the internet. That's it. So this kid, who is just a guy with 900 followers on Twitter compared to the Sanders's whatever, millions of followers. He doesn't have those NIL sponsorships. He doesn't have the $190,000 cars and the gold chains. This kid is just trying to make it. Finally gets an opportunity to show out, got a little bit too aggressive, and broke Hunter's spleen or whatever they decided happened. He's out for, I believe what I've read last time, 3 weeks. So what is my opinion of this hit, of the situation? Now, the call was right. Was it targeting? Isn't every late hit targeting? I don't even know if I agree with that whole suspend them for the game targeting. It's a late hit. And guess what? In football, you're going to have late hits. You know why? Have you ever tried pulling back from hitting someone when you're running at them full speed? He had his eyes set on this hit. Did he completely mean to hit him late? Well, I'm sure he had a chance to throttle down, but then part of him is thinking, you know what? It's a battle. You get out there with this battle mindset, and I'm going to be real with you. I'm going to be 100% real with you. I didn't play football at a high level. I played at the high school level. Right? I got injured before I could actually realize my potential in college. And being honest, where the hell am I going to go? I'm 5'8", right? I could have been a fullback somewhere. Maybe I could have blocked for somebody. Maybe I could have been on the practice squad in the pros. That'd be the best I'd ever do with my genetics, right? But I remember in high school, I never had a 15-yarder called on me. I did play a pretty clean game. But I'll tell you this. I also didn't have the opportunities. I played line. So, I mean, I was nose guard. I dropped back to linebacker here and there, and I was a pulling guard. So I never really had a chance to just lay someone out like Blackburn did. But I went out on that field. I'm be real with you. You guys can judge me. And I went out on that. I know a lot of people who go out on that football field every single day. And their idea, their mindset is kill everyone. Have you ever seen the program? You ever seen the program? They're spitting in each other's mouth. You know, Latimer bangs his head through a car window. Man, that's football. That's how football is. Football is it's not a contact sport. Soccer's a contact sport. Basketball is a contact sport. Football is a collision sport. Football is a collision sport. With that being said, Bryce is setting up. Bryce called in. Really excited to have him here because Bryce is like me. He sees it how I see it. And I have the live chat going, man. I want to answer you guys' questions. Jamie says that hit wasn't overly malicious, definitely intentional, and he could have not hit him. I believe the call was right. Should he be suspended forever? No.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he should be suspended, but I mean, there's something should happen, but I think it would have. Bryce, if I was a player, I think I would have done it. I would have done what Shadir did.
After the game, right? We had that conversation.
Yeah.
Where if we were playing that game and we had that opportunity to slow down or make the hit, and I have an opportunity to take out their best player, I'm not saying I would do that now. But when I was in high school, I had anger problems, and I just wanted to kill everyone on that field. I'd like to think that 43-year-old Mark would be like, I'm going to throttle down. I would, because I don't want to hurt anybody. But when I was 17 years old, and I'm rocking it, and I have a chance to take out the best player in college football, if I'm 2 seconds late, I'm tattooing the shit out of that guy.
Yeah, and then I think on the reverse end, I'm surprised no offensive lineman actually went up and did anything. It was your quarterback. There's no lineman, no hogs, no pigs, whatever you want to call them. No one stood up besides grabbed him and walked him away. I would have tried to hit that kid so hard, just like he did to Travis Hunter, but I would have taken the game.
I never had the opportunity, Bryce. I was playing line. I had 3 yards to ramp up and hit somebody, right? Like if I had the opportunity to open field someone, I think I did once or twice on kickoff. But if I had the opportunity to just tattoo the hell out of somebody, and I'm playing a team where their quarterback literally poked your teammate in the eye, people aren't talking about like this was a revenge hit, dude. Like before the game, Shador literally poked somebody in the eye, like the Three fucking Stooges. I'm like, you got to realize, like, guys, like these are absolute These are warriors. These are descendants of the highest genetic fucking makeup. These are descendants to have their genetics of, these are the people who back in like Roman times would fucking kill everybody with their bare hands. And now they're on a football field with pads and refs, and you're asking this kid to slow down when he has a chance to hurt his opponent. I'm sorry. Like, I understand if you're a Colorado fan, I understand you're mad, but people are calling for him to never be able to play college football again. Just up here, in the comments, Bryce, we have,
I just don't know.
This guy, Jay, says he should sue CSU Athletics. The fuck? Sue him for what? For a late hit? There's no lawsuits for late hits.
The hard thing is, like, you know, if you're in the NFL, right, there's money attached to it. Like, I know there's NIL, so don't get me wrong.
NIL has more money, dude. Shadir is making more money than you told this to me.
Yeah, but
he's making more money than fucking Dak.
Yeah, oh yes, 100%. But there's no penalty where in the NFL, if you have that hit or you're targeting or whatever, you're getting fined and you're getting suspended. They don't have that rule in college football.
Yeah. So what's really crazy is just watching the aftermath and watching people completely form a lynch mob around this Blackburn kid. And I mean, at the end of the day, man, look, man, late hits are a part of the game. And I think we have a lot of great comments here, you know? We have a lot of great comments. Like, it's a part of the game. You know, here's my guy, Jamie Hoskins. Late hits are a part of the game. I hate that it happened. I hate to see any young athlete get injured. It sucks. It's horrible. But I think people are saying this, like, any NFL player doing this is just fucking, virtue signaling, because they would do it in a heartbeat.
Look at what team was it? Look at the Saints. They got caught because they were paying people to hurt someone.
Oh, yeah. Those were the good old days.
No, like, here, you said it best. I don't want a kid to get hurt. But, like, there's a black and gray with a hit. Yeah, I get it. It's football. I get it. But, like, there is always more. Like, bro, the Saints played players to hurt people.
Bro.
It was.
Bro. Bryce, it's primal. We're humans. These are men. These aren't just men. Like, these are the most alpha of males to ever exist. These are the most alpha males to ever exist. So look at it this way. Okay, we were talking about my son last week, Preston. He injured three people on the other team with clean. Well, two of them were clean hits. One was a hit in the back. But we have to in his defense, he didn't know that he wasn't allowed to do that. I told him to run downfield and make a block, but like, dude, linemen normally don't get past the friggin', 5 yards away from the play, but he's a center, and he pancaked one guy, ran out of the next guy, pushed him out of the way, ran out of the next guy. He was running towards the ball, and he wasn't going to get the guy, but Preston's like, well, I'm going to hit him too. And he didn't think, okay, I can't hit him because I didn't teach him that yet. But so Preston, after the second play, he injured one guy. Again, clean hit. He just tagged the guy. Like, Preston's a big, strong kid. Second one, the kid was being held up. Preston didn't hit him. Preston grabbed him. Preston's a state champ wrestler, and Preston wrestled him down, and the kid didn't get up. So I was expecting Preston to be like distraught that he hurt somebody, right? So I'm like, Preston, are you okay? Like, is everything okay? Like, those were clean hits. It's fine. He goes, that was great. I'm going to hurt everybody. I'm like, whoa, that's when you realize there's a biological difference between males and females. Preston, I never taught him to be violent. If you've ever met Preston, he's the sweetest kid. He's the kind of kid who brushes his mom's hair. Like, the kid is not by any means a psychopath.
Well, I mean, that's the other part of it is, like, if you're training to be the dude and, like, to dominate, like, and win, like, 4 days a week and even 3 in season, and if you're bigger and faster and stronger than everyone, yeah, it's going to happen.
How about, let's just go by the wise words of Alvin Mack from the program. Kill everyone, let the paramedics sort them out.
Yep. Oh, God.
Yes.
I see the table. That's all I want.
Oh, that was the greatest one. I agree. But I thought, I'm like, dude, I got to talk about this. I got around, I'm getting the podcast back, and I'm like, you know what? On days I can't have guests, there's a lot of things I want to address that aren't Trump, that aren't RFK, that aren't the C word, right? Like there's stuff like sports, that's our lane. And I'm just looking at this and I'm like, dude, I think that people are virtue signaling. I think that people are upset because Colorado, remember how Dallas Cowboys were America's team? Yeah. Colorado is America's team, but it's the new America. You got a hip, very godly, shit-talking coach. Dion is the most electric fucking individual. He's the most amazing man who's ever walked this earth. I'm a huge Dion fan. And if you don't like Dion, then I don't like you. I love Deion Sanders, right? And right, well, go ahead.
You got to watch the 60 Minutes.
I did. I watched it on the way home. I did. I had a fucking, I drove 20 hours in like 24 hours. So, I mean, I think that everybody's so enamored with Colorado. They're the new Dallas Cowboys. They've taken the world by storm. They had little Wayne. They had fucking The Rock. Everybody was there. ESPN was there. Everybody was there for a game versus a shit team. Like Colorado State's not a good team. But you know how rivalries are. You always step up against your rival.
I think it's the perfect example of what is happening as a revolution in college football. You're having a coach that, he already did Jackson State, set that. But I think with today's kids, with today's, NIL deals, he's, you might not like him because, he said he has his Louis bag coming with him and it's
Hey, just for people who are signing on, Bryce, let's play the hit again. Not that I'm trying to play the hit, but I just there's new comments and people who just signed on. Just if you haven't seen the hit, and some people haven't, like it happened on Saturday, and some people go dark on Saturday and Sunday. They don't check social media or anything. So again, I'm not trying to like be a dick by playing this over and over, but here's the hit one more time, guys.
The play's clearly over.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Let's rewind it. So let's go slow motion. Again, I'm not trying to be that guy. So the ball's over. Where did the ball? It landed there. Dude, that's literally less than a second he had to stop. So it's either he could have, I honestly, looking at this again, I don't want to sound like that guy, but how the hell is he getting out of the way of that? It's like the only other thing I could see him doing is dropping down and chopping his leg. Like he literally, it looks like he had no choice but to follow through with the hit. How was he going to get out of the way? Like other than fall, which would potentially take out his knee. I'm just wondering like what the alternative is to what he did.
I know I see in the comments, like it's, should have been ejected. It was a dirty hit. We're not like, it can be viewed in 100 ways, but besides getting ejected and suspended for maybe a game, that's really all you can do.
And then that's not going to bring back Hunter. And this kid learned his lesson. Like he's got doxxed, like he's getting harassed. He's getting death threats. Like, do you guys want this kid dead? Like, dude, he was playing a game. And that game has risks. It's a game with collision. It's a game where you have the biggest, strongest, fastest people on planet Earth running into each other at 4.6 40-yard dash speed head first. He didn't use his helmet. He didn't go head to head. He dropped his shoulder into the guy. And I don't see in that hit how the fuck he would have not hit him because he was already in his way. And also, did he even see that ball that went out? Like you have no understanding. You can see on video. You could have seen the ball. Could he have really seen that ball?
No, but I think one of the comments from Marcus is, we'll play devil's advocate. Did the coach throw this out to him? And that goes back to all the targeting injury or like getting people injured in the NFL.
I've seen a lot of bullshit targeting calls in the NFL.
no, like him, like telling him to hurt him.
So yeah, after a hard hit, was it a dirty hit? Yeah. She should have been ejected. I'm not going to argue that. I'm not going to argue for or against, but like he wasn't, and that wasn't his call. So for you to be mad at a ref's decision and take it out on this Blackburn kid is absolutely absurd, dude. It's a game, guys. It's a collision sport. Again, this kid, Bryce, before you got here, I was talking about like at the end of the day, student athlete is just part of what he does. This guy's a son, a student. He probably got a girlfriend. Like now he can't even walk around fucking Colorado without worrying about being stabbed.
Yeah.
It's absolutely stupid. He had to fucking shut down his Twitter account.
I think he turned off comments on Instagram too.
As I would too. Another, no reason to get ejected. It was a dirty. What is a dirty hit, Richard? Like, what is a dirty hit? Like, it was a late hit, but was it dirty? No, it was his shoulder. It is a late hit, not a dirty hit. Everybody keeps saying, all these NFL guys, it was a dirty hit. Shut the hell up. It wasn't a dirty hit. It was a perfectly fine hit. It just came a little bit too late. That is not a dirty hit, Bryce.
If you haven't played line and then there's something dirty in every single play, yeah, I don't think it was dirty. I don't. It's just like kind of like.
And Richard, yeah, and Richard, at the time they were winning the game. They weren't losing it. They were winning when that hit happened.
I think it's after the hit, like he has no control over. Obviously, he has control of the hit, but it's like it's fight or flight. It's a weird millisecond thing happening.
Troy look at Troy, man. He's a blood. What's up, blood? Some Inglewood action going on there, Bryce.
It's all fun and games until it happens to you. Oh yeah.
I agree. And here's the thing, man. Bryce and I both had our careers ended by injury.
I've gotten these living shit out of me before. It's fine.
I would still go out trying to hurt people, man. It's football. Is football like, here's the thing, Richard, I want to ask you something. Did you ever play football? Because have you ever tried to establish, like when you're in the heat of battle, where the fuck the out of bounds is? Like wide receivers have a way, like, I don't know where I couldn't tell you where I was on the field. I just knew that the guy on the other team's getting hit.
Yeah, well here, what about, so if you go back to, what is that? Shiloh Sanders, 80-something yard interception return. He's 10 yards into the end zone, and he gets pushed, and he is feet away from hitting the goalpost.
Yeah, that was bad. Now that was unsportsmanlike.
That's a dirty hit.
Dirty. But this was so, Troy says, so blood. He lowered his shoulder in his midsection while he wasn't looking. He knew exactly what he was doing. Yeah, he was trying to hurt him. That's football. We're not saying, like, here's the thing though. Everybody on Colorado was trying to hurt everybody on Colorado State. They had like 18 million penalties. Like, this was not a clean game. Like, this was an ugly game. This was a game that just got out of hand because, man, imagine if you're playing, I've never been there, like you're playing in a game, Lil Wayne is there, The Rock is there, and they're all cheering against you. Dude, I would want to kill that entire team. Like, who the fuck is this guy? I'm going out. I'm trying to injure I'm injuring their mascot. I'm going to run. I'm going to fucking hit that buffalo.
But I think people take like what we're saying in the wrong context. Like, I think like that. At the end of the day, I think like that because if I slow up one step, and someone else is coming full speed, like if I hear a whistle and like someone's running at me, like I'm still gonna try and hit him because at the end of the day, if I stop or slow up, I get hurt.
You're gonna get hurt. That's why it's hit or be hit.
I don't like.
And how many wide receivers have you seen do a crossing pattern across the middle and just get absolutely tattooed?
Demolished and like, bro, who would want to take that? Oh,
yeah. So yeah, he did not hit him in the upper chest, or else he wouldn't have a spleen issue. He dropped his shoulder. He literally dropped his shoulder. The only other option I see for him is dropping to the ground and cutting his knees. And then you guys be complaining that he broke his AC, he tore his ACL. It was just a bad predicament. We had two guys running full speed at each other. One guy wasn't looking. One guy was trying to kill the other guy. And it was late because, again, like when you're in that situation, you can't pull back. There was nowhere for him to go.
I think my one question, kind of like that the person that commented, I playing devil's advocate. Oh, man, I hate saying it, but I bet if it wasn't the head coach, I bet, but I wouldn't be shocked if someone literally said, "Go head hunting and you'll get this."
Well, with the NIL money, there probably is bounties like in the Saints days. You know what I mean?
But I mean,
like,
JJ's right. Like the emotions started before the game even started.
Yeah.
And shit. Like there was. Whether it's poking, whether it's trash talk, I mean, at the end of the day, it's still a game.
Bryce, it's not a game. No, I'm just playing. I had to use my tagline. My whole thing is, I look, man, I can see it from both sides. It sucks to see a kid injured and your emotion is completely overflowing. And we have arguments all over here. Like, and I was just playing, just one side, right? He slowed down to throw himself into him. Yes. Oliver, we're not denying he was trying to injure him. We're just saying that those people who are saying that everybody on that field isn't trying to injure somebody else. Like when you hit somebody, when you run head first into somebody and you hit them as hard as you can, it's not because they're trying to conceive a baby. It's because they're trying to get the ball forward. And one way to do that is by making your opponent not move. And if that results in injury, then it is what it is. I mean, it's just part of the game, and it sucks. Look, man, I was carted off. I walked myself off, but I know that's one of the reasons that I was so hesitant to let my son play football. And people call me a hypocrite because I said I'm never letting my son play football because the injuries that I sustained and the concussions that I had. So in letting my son play football, I've had all of these questions and all of this. I've had it with myself. I've had these conversations in my own brain of what can happen. I know my son's going to most likely get a concussion. I know there's a high chance that he's going to have some kind of knee operation in the future. I know that he's going to probably have shoulder issues. And that's something that you grapple with. And I know that he's going to get hit late. We had late hits this game the other team was doing because the other team was losing. So they got a little chippy, and that was fine. We understood it. We told our kids to just be tough and don't bite on it because the second guy is the one who gets caught. So, I mean, that's football, guys. And the targeting rules, like, okay, whatever. I understand why they exist, but I don't think that was targeting. It might have been. I think that was, I have a chance to hit the shit out of this guy, and I don't like him. He doesn't like me. We're wearing other jerseys. Like Tate, I mean, assuming that's your picture, you're a blood, assuming by the rag, because I don't wear a red or a blue rag. So if I was, I'd assume that you would think gang affiliation. So like, think about it. Like you're in the hood, you're in a gang fight, and you see your guys wearing red, the other guy's wearing blue. You're going to do all you can to disable the guys in the blue, right? So it's a similar thing. It's a gang mentality, and these guys are just trying their best. Bryce, what are you doing? Juggling your camera? Are you okay? Are we there? Are you there, Bryce? I don't know what happened. I think Bryce. Okay, we lost Bryce. Okay, I'm back. So that went on. We're good now, guys. So that went on a little bit longer. Good conversation, good debate. Look, guys, obviously the Colorado coach should condone the hit. I'm not saying it wasn't a penalty. I'm saying that, it's something that I don't think we should be as up in arms about. It's a tragedy that, that Hunter got injured. Tragedy. One of the most talented individuals I've ever seen, but it just happens in football. It really just happens. And I don't know what Oh, it's a do-rag? Whoops. It's hard to tell in that little ass picture. Really hard to tell. But you get my point, right? Like the two teams, it's kind of like a gang fight, right? Like they're going at it. They're absolutely trying to hurt each other. It's football and it sucks and it's bad. And look, man, but I see all these people in the media. Look, man, this kid, the sad thing is like, you know, I look like I'm 50 and being a gang member, do better. I look like I'm 50. That's not even nice, JJ. How about you do better? Leave. Like, I mean, look, man, I'm making a comparison. I'm just saying he was in a red rag. I grew up in Inglewood, California. I was just like, you know, joking around, what's up, blood? And then I made a comparison to gangs. I'm not saying that all black people in a do-rag that's red are in gangs. Okay, let's not go there. You be better, JJ. Don't pull that race shit on me. I'm not the guy. I'm not the guy. Okay, I'm not the guy. I'm not. Because you saw it. We saw it as Jews. No, I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to tell that joke. YouTube will ban me. If you guys only knew much. I look 50. Fuck you, JJ. Not you. I'm talking about the guy with the do-rag. Oh, okay. Sorry, JJ. Oh, man. Because I was like, I don't look a day over 42. Troy, I love you, bro. I love everybody here. I think we need to kind of look at this. And I like, you know, so 100% from Quan, 100% a penalty, but not a dirty play and not that big of a deal. People should go watch the highlight videos of receiver getting laid off, dropping the ball on crossing routes. Let's not forget, like, have you looked at like the 90s, like the videos of like, if you looked at like everybody talks about Tom Brady, you realize he played in the most violent era of football other than when they didn't have helmets. Like, dude, Brady was getting tattooed every play. Obviously saw what happened. What was the Chicago Bears quarterback? It literally ended his career, right? Like, I mean, these guys were getting completely tattooed, completely destroyed on every play. It's come a long way, but we can't take the risk out of football, and you can't take the violence out of football, and you can't take the absolute like the carnage. You can't take the embedded you know, you got a bunch of dudes who are elite running as fast as they can at each other. It's bound to happen. It just really sucks that it happened to Hunter. I hate it. I hate it. I really do. I hate it if it happened to anybody, but like you're looking at probably a 1 in a quadrillion fucking athlete right here. Like this guy is special. This guy is absolutely special. The NFL changed their rules because QD like Brady were getting destroyed as they should have. Ray Lewis, Urlacher, Troy B. Oh, man, these guys brought the heat, dude. Ray Lewis. I mean, there's, again, like I said, I quoted the program before, you know. It's kill them all, let the paramedics sort them out, you know, and that's kind of where it went. Hey, guys, if you want to go off topic, let's open this up to Q&A right now. I have to go, have to actually get an article done for muscular development. Alan, I'm sorry, I'm a day late on that. So, again, I've been kind of busy all day. I had some car stuff, had some meetings, but yeah. From Joe, when I'm wrapping up and driving your feet to make a tackle these days, it's just turf. God, I hate turf. I agree. But on those kind of hits, you want to hit them where it knocks the ball out. And I don't have his vision, so I don't know if he actually knew the ball was overhead, right? Let me take my headphones out. Bryce is gone. I was just using these to hear Bryce. My bad, guys. Is the volume okay? Is this mic working well? Let me know in the comments, please, because I want to make this perfect for the future. This is a test run. We had an era called the Legion of Boom. Wonder how their secondary got that name. Do you guys remember Ronnie Lott? You guys remember Ronnie Lott? Even Carnell Lake. Carnell Lake went to my high school, by the way. I mean, they used to bring it, bro. This is an emotional game. Colorado is loving their team right now. That's why everyone is losing their mind over the hit. Bottom line, it's football. JJ, amen. I'm sorry I went off at you for the racist thing. And hey, dude, but I'll tell you what, Troy is a good dude. Like Troy, everybody here is great. Like, what a respectful, awesome conversation, guys. I know I'm making some tough comments, some tough positions, but a lot of it's just to discuss. Like, I think a lot of us need some nuance in our life. Pride comes before a fall. It's not going to be pretty for Colorado. It's a matter of time when they will be put in their place. Yeah, I don't see them winning many. If Colorado State gave them that much of a hard time, you know, I'm going to be very interested to see how they do versus Oregon, right? Or USC. Jack Tatum and Ronnie Lott, bro. Ronnie Lott Well, whoa. Are you guys forgetting about Steve Atwater? Volume is great. Thank you, Quan. Good. I brought this out. I decided I'm doing a podcast tomorrow at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time with Alan Roberts. We're bringing it back. Lott was a menace. Dude, Atwater was the hardest hitter in NFL history. Anybody disagree with that? Richard, rules were different back then. Richard, we kind of disagreed on this topic, but again, you and I in real life, we're good dudes. You played middle linebacker. I got respect for you, man. I don't care if you played at Pee-wee football level. Middle linebackers are absolute fucking menaces. Animals. Okay, we got some good ones here. Let's go, Mark. All right, let's go here. Remember running back? Oh, Mike Allstott. Can you imagine Allstott just with those pads that were up to here? Guys, I want to show you something. I actually have my high school football helmet. We used to aim to hit with our head. Look at this. Look at that. All those are called stick marks back in the day. You don't usually see this on the video because it's behind my butt. But and that's my daughter for senior day. They had full size. So my daughter keeps me company in my office all day long. It's actually pretty cool. Dude, Jerome Bettis was my favorite player growing up. A lot of you guys might not realize my other favorite football player who's a center for the Steelers in the 90s and 2000s, Dermontti Dawson. Do you guys remember Dermontti Dawson? Reggie White, absolute monster. Don't forget Lawrence Taylor. Lawrence Taylor's pre-workout of choice was cocaine. Ronnie hit harder. Atwater could definitely bring it. Yeah, you're right. Ronnie Lott, I would say, is the hardest hitter. And is he the hardest hitter in NFL history of any position? That's a good question. Ronnie Lott walked it. He didn't talk it. Like Ronnie Lott was a beast. Ronnie Lott, holy shit. Like, what an animal, right? Like, and he was small. Like, I always expected, like, you expect Singletary and those guys to absolutely fucking bring it. But, like, Ronnie Lott was so small compared to everybody else, at that level. And so you look at, like, what he did, what he brought to the game, and it's just absolutely unreal how awesome these guys were, right? Like, I am blessed. All of us older guys are blessed to have seen that era of football. My high school helmet looks just like that too. Absolutely. Jack Tatum. Oh, you could have an argument for a lot of people, dude. Ray Lewis wasn't the hardest hitter, but he absolutely was probably the best leader of the bunch. Like, he would emotionally lead a team. That was what absolutely was phenomenal about him. Everybody likes Jack Tatum here, man. Love it. He has a tackle named after him. You're right. Charles Haley. Oh my God, dude. You guys are making me feel young and old at the same time. So with that said, anything outside of football you guys want to ask me? We've talked about hits, anything about products, anything about training, anything about diet, anything about me. Let me know. I'll give this another couple minutes and I'll get to work. But I just wanted to check in with y'all. All right, man. Quan, I love you. Thank you for joining, brother. Appreciate you. Assuming you're a brother, but it's 2023, so we can identify as whatever we want. So if you're gender fluid, whatever gender you are today, I hope that you have a good day. All right, y'all. With that being said, what do I got here? I'm just looking around for stuff to promote. Today's helmets look, yeah, dude, the helmets are crazy. Too Tall Jones. Okay, guys. In case you're looking for Fat Burner, Drop Factor X. Here it is. Reason I'm promoting it's on my desk. Best fat burner ever. TigerFitness.com is your place for supplements. That's my company. I own it. We don't just sell my brands, MTS Nutrition, Outright Bar, Pump Chasers, Ambrosia, all those good stuff. We also sell many other brands like Axe and Sledge, Core Nutritionals, even Redcon. So whatever you guys want, we got it. Troy, you're a brown-skinned white guy? Holy shit. What would you recommend for digestion? I got you, brother. Ambrosia Flora, Flora. We got it at tigerfitness.com. It's a probiotic with multiple strains of the different probiotics, so it'll get you right. I take it every morning. Give it a shot against Tiger Fitness. It's called Flora, Flora. To see you have a chance against Oregon after beating Texas Christian, I believe they do. I believe they have a shot against anybody. Yeah. So I got you, Lawrence. We keep getting more. Every time I'm like signing off, I'm doing my shtick, trying to sell some shit. Anyway, guys, so I'm going to end it here. Appreciate you guys. Again, be sure to like this video, subscribe to this channel, click on the notification bell. And if you like this format, please put it in the comments below. I like doing live things because I hate doing videos where I'm just talking to a camera. I like being able to interact with the audience and talk and this and that. And it's just a better time. I wish there was a way I could like punch you guys in so we could actually have you on the screen and we could talk to each other. But we don't have that here yet. I'd have to put out the actual like sign in for this, and we might do that. So I'll figure out. I'm gonna actually talk to StreamYard's tech people and see if there's a way we could do that. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. And that's not a game. Helps solve this problem.
This was the magic.
Easy, convenient, safe. They work.
Vita contains proven antiviral replication supplements to ensure that your body is primed to defend itself against foreign invaders.
So it kind of gets the immune system revved up.
They give the system exactly what it needs
and answer your body's basic physical needs.
Don't go another day unprotected.
The only conclusion one can reasonably come to:
get your Vita today.